Hi everyone, this is Krista and I have Dorado here with me today. Dorado is a 16-year-old warm blood gelding. We're going to do some work today. We're going to work a little bit on my position in this video, and then I'm also going to work on his responsiveness to the aids, because like my other horses, he just tends to go. He's not real responsive to my seat aids, and so what happens is he just kind of goes, and since he's a big mover, he really goes. And then I get kind of in that water skiing type of position and start pulling on his face. What we're going to work on is getting him a little bit more responsive to the seat aids today. So here we go. And I am going to experiment a bit with the contact here and try to get him to stretch. I'm going to go ahead and I'm really trying to be a lot more conscious, guys, with my hands and my ability to get the horse through without having to pull him down. I don't have spurs on today because I don't want to work on lateral. I just want to work on getting him more responsive to the aids, and we'll probably just try to work a little bit on throughness as well. So he's starting to relax his head a little bit, and I'm going to halt him. Good boy. So he's pretty square here. He's not, he's above the bit. He's pretty square, which is good. And I didn't feel like I used a lot of hand there. Just a little bit of information on this. I've been doing a lot of this with my horses with Tecker. We are working on stopping and focusing during groundwork. I'm hoping that will help me to be less reactive on him when I ride, or I call it riding in survival mode, because I'm always trying to be aware of what he's doing and in preparation for a spook. So if I can get him a little bit more focused on the ground before I get on him, I will feel more confident in the saddle, and I won't resort to a lot of my behaviors of working with a horse, a spooky horse, the survival riding mode. This horse is older. He's a little bit more reliable, and he's more experienced. So I don't have to worry as much about him spooking. He does occasionally. He's just a little bit easier, and I feel a little bit more confident on him. So I am trying to follow with my hands here. I have done some experimenting with him as well, using a side pull, because he was having contact issues and started sticking his tongue out, especially at the canter. So I've been doing some side pull, work with the side pull, where he's usually does not, he really doesn't go over his back in that piece of equipment, but I try to focus on what my hands are doing with the contact. And in the side pull, I noticed that I have a lot more movement, following movement of my hands. So here I'm just going to do some more halts, walk halts. Then we're going to go into the trot. I'm going to try to keep up with his movement. It does require a fit rider to be able to ride these big moving horses, I tell you. And I told my trainer I was feeling like a sack of potatoes. I shortened my stirrups one hole. I think that will help with my leg stability. And I've been, the last couple of rides on him, I felt a little bit more in harmony with him than just flopping up here, flailing away. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do some more walk halts. So it's when I have my calves on him. He just dropped behind the vertical a little bit. He dropped the contact, but it was, and then he has this habit of rooting too. That's probably my fault again. Okay, I'm going to just keep him pushed. This is a pretty good halt here. He's on the aids. He didn't do his little root thing. He's looking, and I'm going to walk him out. So this is pretty boring work. I hope Pivo is following me. I put the settings in. I don't have it on predictive mode today, for predictive follow. I do have it in the middle of the arena. I found that the predictive follow kind of makes a swaying thing. and I have it on auto zoom. I like auto zoom for riding, but I just did a video, I haven't released it yet, where I did a kind of big rambling monologue on the ground, and I noticed it zooms in and out, and that I don't think it does very good on that type of video. But for the riding video, I think the zoom is good. Okay. Awesome. So I'm going to do the other side now. We're going to do a little bit of the other side. I am not working too much on the bending aids today. There he goes. So as you can see, I have a flash. I just put the flash on. Sometimes I ride him without the flash. I notice if I have the tongue hanging out, the flash does help keep his mouth closed, but it's, you know, it's not, it's basically just keeping his mouth closed. I don't think that the horse should need a flash. I think if the horse is responsive, they probably don't need one. But super professional. Okay, so there he just did his little root thing, which he kind of does. I don't really like that. I'm going to try to focus a little bit on his next halt so I can, you know, get after him if he does that root. Okay, good boy. That's good. And I give him a little scratch. Try not to drop the contact, and then I walk him on. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of trot. Same thing. Trot walk. And same thing. I'm going to try to get him. Whoops. Okay, he gets a little above the bit. There we go. So, it's a little humpy today. Okay. I'm going to just trot him around a little bit so he can work out whatever he's got going on. Like a cough. Okay. So, he feels like he needs to warm up a little bit. So I'm going to just give him a warm-up trot here. See if I can get him really working through his body. This horse. Okay, so here I do widen my hands with this horse, but not as much as I do with Tucker. He's older. He stays on the contact a little bit better. Let's see, this side. This is the left side. So the problem I was having with him and why I took him to the vet was he was not bending on the right. Today, he's bending okay on the right. This is the right, yeah. He feels pretty good on the right. However, he feels a little humpy in the back. He was moving super in my lesson on Saturday. So I'm just going to warm him up here. Not a big trot until he can start moving out a little bit better. And then I'll work on that halt walk, the walk trot halts. I don't like, if the horse is feeling a little sticky, I really don't like doing a whole lot of transitions until I can get him to be moving out a little bit better. So I'm going to do a little circle here, and we'll get him try to really get him stretch. There we go. Good boy. I just lost a little bit of contact on my right rein there. I'm going to get him a little bit, do a little bit of leg yield. I don't have the spurs on. The last time I rode him, man, he did not need spurs at all. And we weren't working on lateral work, so I didn't need the finesse for getting his haunches over and stuff. Today I have the spurs off too. I just felt he's not as supple today as he was the other day. So, okay. Maybe I should have done some more walk work to warm him up. I think I probably should have. I think that's what the vet told me to do. So, we'll do that a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I might cut some of this video out, guys, because I just want to work through a little bit of stuff with him here. And then I'll try to demonstrate the work with the trot and the walk after I get him a little bit more supple.
5 minutes later.
Now he wants to go, which is fine, which is good. You know, it's good for him to do that, and he's sticking his tongue out too. So I don't know why he does that. He didn't do that at all at Laura's, but he's doing it now. So we're gonna just, and I'm gonna ignore it. I don't care about it. Yeah, you have to respond to the aids. Okay, so walk, 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 walk. So I don't know if you can see his tongue on the left here. Sometimes this is something he does, especially at the canter. And I think it's the result of me pulling on the reins. So this time, we're going to go back to the walk. And I think he's good. Hopefully he's good enough that I can do a sitting trot, because a lot of times, see, he plows through the eights. I don't like that. I'm going to back him up. This is another thing my vet recommended me do, is to do some rein backs with him. Okay, so I just want him to respond to my aids. So if he's getting to the point where he's a little, you know, I don't know if he's frustrated or he just wants to go or he just doesn't want to listen, but he's not being very responsive to me. That's good. So we take him back. You know, I'm glad I got him moving forward. He needed to move forward. But now we have to come back and just start actually writing like a, you know, good lesson type writing instead of just getting the horse to move fluently. So I'm just doing this walk halts. I will go ahead and do a couple trots. Let me see how he is at a sitting trot. You know, he might not be sufficiently engaged for sitting trot. And it feels okay, but okay. And then I'm going to halt him here. Good. That was pretty good. He's got his haunches a little bit to the right. But he is on the aids. He didn't do the rooting thing, so I'm very happy about that. I don't know, I haven't, sometimes I look. He's fairly square in the halt, so that was a pretty good halt. Let me try it again. Okay, I'm trying to be very conscientious about my hands here, guys. The tongue is great for me because it's kind of like, I know my work is not going super great if the tongue is hanging out or he's working through something, one or the other. It's a good sign. I mean, you know, it's not going to win me any points at in the horse show ring, that's for sure, but, you know, for him and for me, as a training tool, the tongue is awesome. And I probably don't need my whip either. Let me get rid of this whip. I whip because he has plenty of go in him. Sometimes when he falls out of the canter, you know, you have to use a whip or a spur, but he's doing fine now. So here we go. I try to keep my feet, like now I'm a little bit chair seated, which I tend to do in the sitting trot. Here's the posting trot. It's pretty slow and engaged, so I can keep off his back. That's good, and I sit. Okay, we're going to try a couple trot walks, because I don't want him to just get used to just trot halt. So here's the trot. We're going to get a little bit hop, 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 hop. Almost half-steppy a little bit. Hop, hop. Get those synovial fluid going through the hocks. He's a little bit braced in the contact. I'm looking in my redneck Real Linda dressage mirrors. And Okay, oh, I did a halt again. Let me do a walk. I'm not doing what I'm saying I'm going to do. Okay, so trot and walk. Okay. Then, so the walk, the trot, I don't have as much following motion with my elbows in the trot as I do with the walk. So the key in the transition is to prepare and do a half halt and immediately give the aids of the walk, which is kind of a, it's 4-beat gait. It's kind of like walking on your butt with your, walking on the butt with the motion of your seat, and then being a lot more following with the motion of the hands. So the trot is a little bit less following, more of a 1, 2, 1, 2. And we can do a count on the rhythm too for that. So I'll try it again. This time I'm going to go from the trot, or yeah, from the walk. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see if my voice matches his footfalls. This is an exercise that we do just so we can get more in tune with the horse's gaits. So we just count, say 1, 2, 3, 4 with the horse's foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I'm counting to the footfalls exactly. You can comment and see 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't get it right all the time. But this is a good exercise for feeling the footfalls of the horse. And this is pretty important in dressage training, and also any kind of training, I think. That's why I do dressage. I think it's not just dressage, it's horsemanship, really. So, okay, so now I'm going to go into the trot. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and back to the walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4. I'm getting out of breath, guys. I don't know if I can keep counting this. But okay, so we'll try it on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that one I was a little delayed, as you can see in my, the way I counted. And guess what? His transition wasn't the greatest either. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I think that was a little bit better coming down. I can't keep talking, guys. I'm getting a little winded. So we'll try that one again at the trot. I'll probably end there. For the video. There goes the tongue. You see the tongue right there. Ah! But you still have the tongue out. Yeah, he needs a reboot. But anyways, okay, so we'll try it again on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. I know he looks like a dork. Sometimes I think he's going to bite his tongue off, but so far he hasn't done that yet. So that is all I'm going to do for this video, guys. Come on, can you reboot the tongue, dude? There. Okay, so now he rooted. That's not good either. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or working with some of the same issues that I am, or want to make any comments at all, just comment down in the section below. And other than my writing journal videos, which I have today, I also do some videos on managing my herd of 4 horses and how I manage my finances and my time with owning and training and caring for 4 horses. So if that's of interest to you, please subscribe to the channel, and you can hit the bell if you'd like to be notified every time I post a new video. So thank you for watching. Stay writing, stay inspired, just keep doing it. Don't get discouraged regardless of what anybody else tells you. Writing is just phenomenal. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.